Well, welcome back to the channel. I'm currently in Revelstoke, BC, and I had a big plan for today, but when I woke up this morning, I had a little surprise on my window. If you see, I got this bad boy, which is not a ticket, but it is a warning saying that I was not allowed to camp here. And I'll show you where I was camping. I got this big gravel parking lot with no signs or anything saying I can't camp here. So I camped here and I got a ticket. Ultimately, it's not that big of a deal because it is just a warning ticket. And if I had checked on iOverlander, it would have told me I could not camp here. So lesson learned, always double check. But that being said, I'm obviously a little bit butthurt over this. So, and also I cannot camp here another night. Like, obviously not specifically here, but I feel like I can't camp on the street now that I've probably been blacklisted.
So there you go. Sometimes it's easier just to run away from your problems, or in this case, drive away from them. And while that might not have been a real ticket, the message was still sent. Revelstoke didn't want me around. So I hit him with that ice cube, bye Felicia energy, and it was on to bigger and better things. I'm headed to a hot spring to camp for the night, and then I'm going to push on towards home tomorrow. This is the official start of my road trip's final leg. So maybe that non-ticket ticket was really just the universe giving me another sign that I was in fact just ready to go home.
Okay, I'm officially in line for the ferry. This is a free ferry that crosses Arrow Lake, and the line looks pretty long. But with that being said, I do not really have a choice, so we're just gonna sit here, and the next step is to get on the ferry and the other side of the lake.
You know, I've seen where they put plastic along to keep the airflow.
So I was a little unlucky to miss that sailing. I'm going to be the first or second car on the next sailing, but I missed the first sailing. But apparently the workers are on strike here, so I guess I'm lucky that they're running the ferry at all. So anyways, I got another hour to kill, and then we'll be on this ferry, and we'll be headed out over there and on to the hot springs.
So after my long wait at the front of the line, it was officially time to board. I wish the workers good luck on their strike and to keep fighting the man. Anyways, this ferry crosses Upper Arrow Lake between Shelter Bay and Galena Bay, and it's a beautiful ride. Not only was it good on the eyes, it was also a great ego boost too. A guy on here recognized me from my YouTube videos, and this brief moment of celebrity helped heal all my wounds from Revelstoke. What a feeling. Anyways, as this ferry pulls up, we get ready to hit the road again. From here, we're only about 40 minutes from the hot springs. This area has quite a few hot springs in it, and I'm not going to tell you which one I'm headed to. Just know that I'm more than a quarter of the way there, and you might figure it out. I went to this hot springs last year, and this year the road was substantially better. It kind of cuts down on some of the sense of adventure, but you know, hot spring, so who cares?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much ready to head down to the springs. Got my bathing suit on, and I just wanted to show you what I got going here. If you look in here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if you're about to see that. I turn this light on. 4 mouse traps, and I even got one more. If we come out over here, for the record, this campsite is pretty nice. But if you come over here, I got a fifth, I lost count, a 5th mouse trap there. And I got a note here asking if the campsite host will drop off some firewood because I'm going down to the springs. So I do not want to waste any more time. So again, this is the campsite and I'm going down to the springs.
I never really finished my point there, but I caught 2 mice in my van last year, so that's why I'm on high alert this time. The climb down to the springs is about 10 minutes long, and I would describe it as steep, but it is also very well maintained for the most part.
Well, those are some pretty decently large sized trees that fallen down probably pretty recently. Anyways, I'm just about at the springs, so it's time to relax.
And just as the hot springs came into view, my camera died. and all I'm left with is some cell phone video. Which maybe was for the best anyways, because showing up at a natural hot springs with a camera is a wild choice. Either way, I soaked long enough to let all the rest of my Revelstoke contentment wash away. Good night. Well, good morning. So last night my note did not work, and I did not get any firewood delivered to my campsite. So once I got up to the springs, I had not a lot to do, so I just retreated into the van and put on a podcast and promptly fell asleep. I actually was pretty worried about falling asleep because I was scared I was going to have my PTSD from my mice incident here last year was going to keep me up, but I just fell right asleep. I guess I was quite tired. So, with that being said, I guess I do have to go check my mouse traps, and I'm going to get out and have breakfast. I thought about going down to the springs this morning again, but I'm pretty springed out, honestly. I soaked there for 3 hours last night, and, turns my legs into jelly a little bit. So, I think I'm going to get out, check my traps, make breakfast, and then we're going to roll out of here and find something else to do for today. So, with that being said, let's go. Okay, let's check those traps. Okay, we're officially mouse free, so let's make some breakfast. Well, that's how you know it's cold, when your olive oil is solid. Oh. Got a few extra steps here for breakfast. So as I liquefy my oil, I throw that onto the pile of reasons while I'm ready to go home. After that, the rest of breakfast went off without a hitch, and those breakfast sandwiches were delicious. That's very good. I'm going to go find something to do. So with that being said, let's get out of here. As I leave camp, I'm going to head towards Nakusp. Nakusp is a nice small town on the shores of Upper Arrow Lake. The Arrow Lake being a 230 kilometer long reservoir of the Columbia River. One that stretches from the Revelstoke Dam in the north to the Hugh Keenley side Dam in Castlegar in the south. Anyways, let's go to the beach. Okay, I am currently in Nakusp, BC. We just arrived. And I was thinking about going canoeing, but I decided I'm not going to. I believe it's pretty imminently going to rain, and I do not want to be on the water when it rains. I'd rather be on land. So we're going to go down to the beach here. And the water's low, so there's a big beach, so we're going to comb the beach. I've been told you can find arrowheads on this beach, which I'm almost certainly not going to find one, but that's what we're going to pretend to do. But if you look, you got more trees down. And I was talking to some of the guys, well, a guy that was cleaning up in the park, all the downed tree branches. He said there was 100-kilometer-an-hour winds that came here, which might have been the same day that I was out in Alberta when I had that crazy wind. But like, that's a huge tree. Just totally ripped up by the roots. Pretty wild. So here's the beach. We are headed down to the water. You can see the swim dock and the logs out there. We'll look at them when we get there, but that would normally outline the swimming area. So the water is down quite far. So anyways, let's get to the swimming area and I'll show you better. Well, we are now on the swim dock, as you can see, and we're still so far from the water. The water is very low. I believe it's a sensitive topic here. I do not believe we control it here in Canada. I think the levels are actually controlled by the Americans, which, you know, I can understand why it's a sensitive topic. Anyways, we're just walking down. This would be the end of the swim area.
so it block off so no boats can get in. But you can still see that's probably a good 100 feet from the actual water. Pretty crazy. But anyways, we got an absolutely massive beach to explore, so let's go explore it. So you can see little bits of metal here. There's some more there, more there. So you can definitely see how stuff could get uncovered when the water's out. So maybe we'll find something cool, maybe not. We'll probably just find random bits of metal. Well, we're just gonna keep exploring and see what we can find. Okay, so my feet are totally soaked. I just decided to go through the creek in my shoes. I had already got them wet, misjudging the creek. And then to get to the other side, I just had to go for it. But I seen something out in the distance that I wanted to check out. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I wanted to check it out. So that's what I'm gonna conclude this little beachcombing tour with. So we got one more creek to get through. And then once we're on the other side, we will check out what I was eyeing up. Good or bad. Well, this is what I seen from the beach. This big, huge, I think it's a burner. I think it's an old mill, and that's where they burn the wood. I'm not sure about that, but it was not as close to the beach as it appeared, and it's not as cool as I thought it was going to be. With that being said, I am a long way from the van, and I have wet feet, and it is currently raining. So I'm just going to walk back. I will meet you at the van, but we are going to go for lunch. I believe there's a tremendous burger place here in town, and I like tremendous burgers. I like regular burgers too, but tremendous burgers right up my alley. So with that being said, let's go for lunch. Okay, I'm just outside of the Paddy Shack. It is, well, it's right there. It is in a kind of a nondescript location, just alongside this random road. And I heard their burgers are tremendous, so I'm gonna get a burger. And then I'm gonna retreat back in the van to eat it because it is raining, and I do not want to eat in the rain. Okay, here we go, full review. We got fries, and we got a cheeseburger. I guess I will start with the cheeseburger. Just a regular old cheeseburger. Nothing fancy. You got patty, cheese, onions, relish, ketchup, mustard. That looks about it. Here we go. It's pretty good. Steam bun. Check it out. Definitely not too greasy or anything. That's a pretty good burger. It's definitely a good burger. Now we'll go with the fries. They look like they got a pretty good crunch to it. And they do. Good fries. Not overly salty. And we'll dip them in some ketchup, because who doesn't like ketchup with their fries? Those are absolutely some quality fries. So those fries are a serious win. Burger's good. Fries are very good. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm going to finish this burger, finish off my fries. So that being said, that's been Revelstoke. F Revelstoke. Go to Nakusp, the Paddy Shack. I'm going to finish this, so peace.